All right, to adjust your reversing switch, first thing you're going to need to do is take these supply hoses off for your air. That's the top side, and we'll take the bottom side off. We're going to just use just a regular air nozzle. That way, if we put air into this top one, it's going to move this piston down. If we put it into the bottom one, it's going to move it up. I'm going to put this base right here, this rod, in a neutral position so that I can move my switch around by putting air into this valve here. Okay, at this point, I'm going to take and set my reversing switch arm, sit right in the center of my switch. If you get a good shot of that, sit it right in the center of my switch where my switch is down in a down position. I'm going to move this arm, move it all the way to the top where this arm touches right at the base of this plate, right here, right underneath this plate. And I'm gonna swivel it in until the bottom, well, if you can see that right where my finger is, this bottom foot of this arm is sticking about 1/4 inch inside this lip of this plate. If you can see, that's about 1/4 inch inside. I'm gonna hold it right there, and I'm gonna tighten my nuts up then. And I'm gonna kind of tighten them all together. Don't tighten one down real tight, just snug them one at a time, a little at a time. If you tighten one side more than the other, it'll rotate this switch around. So just tighten them up a little at a time and just snug them up at this point. We may have to move them again. Okay, then we're gonna take our air again, and I'm gonna take this, make the pumps go all the way to the top. Okay, see, they're all the way at the top. We're in the center here. That looks pretty good right there. I might can move the switch down just a little bit, because see, when it's got some slack in it, that will work, but it's not quite perfect in the center. I'm gonna come down with it then. And see, that's what you want. You want this foot to kick off your switch so your switch releases. That looks good. I'm gonna take it back to the top. Now I'm gonna move the switch down just very, very slightly to take a little of this slack out. So I'm gonna take okay, I'm moving my switch down, maybe keeping this in the center, maybe 1/16 of an inch. Tightening the nuts back up, just kind of snug them up a little bit at a time on each one of them. Okay, then I'm gonna test my air again. I'm gonna come to the bottom. So we kicked off the switch good there, that's perfect. Come to the top, we're touching, we're in the center, that looks good. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all the nuts down good and snug. You don't have to bend or break anything, you don't have to wrench down on it, just kind of get them, fairly tight there. Just so things don't move around. Okay, yeah, looks good. Now we're gonna hook air up to the machine, hook my supply lines, my air supply lines back up. Hook air up to your inlet. We're gonna pressure it up and see if it works. It's working. See, your switch is hitting right in the center of this. It's kicking off of it good. That's perfect right there.